My people don't want no trouble. We've had enough trouble.
Hello.
I just wanna live. God protect me.
What's up, sis?
Oh, yeah. I'll be here in a few minutes.
I'm trying to find my doggone AirPods.
So, as you can tell, I'm pretty pissed off about what happened in Minneapolis.
To George?
To George, yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. And since you're my sister and I know it's affecting you too, because you always post about it, and I thought that what you said today was really mature. I wanted to know if you would sing that song. I wanted to know if you would do that.
Sure.
I'm a young black man doing all that I can to stay. Oh, but when I look around and I see what's being done to my kind, every day I'm being hunted as prey. My people don't want no trouble. We've had enough struggle. I just wanna live. God protect me. I just wanna live. I just wanna live.
I just want to live. This morning, I woke up to the news of George out in Minneapolis, who was murdered by a police officer who rested his knee on his neck until the man could no longer breathe. And immediately, I was infuriated. I couldn't scroll more than 2 posts without seeing another post about the injustice that this man faced. And I'm sick and tired of it, as I'm sure many of us are. Like, every time we turn on the TV, every time we go to a social media app, whether that be Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, there's been another incident. And it hasn't been a month since Ahmaud Arbery was killed. And less than an hour ago, it's almost 4 o'clock now, I got off the call with the Obama Foundation, my brother's keeper, with a conversation just about how the coronavirus, quarantine, everything's just been affecting everybody and what everybody's experience has been like. And I didn't say much, to be honest. I was really excited to get on the call yesterday, nervous even. And among, hearing of the news of what happened this week in Minneapolis, the riots, everything, that kind of got my blood boiling this morning. By the time I got to the call, I didn't have words to explain how I was feeling. And I don't usually turn the camera on myself to speak, but there was so much that was left unsaid in that conversation, where I mostly listened, that I felt I should talk about it here. And that young man, Kedron Bryant, I believe his name is, had me in tears, because we really just want to live. And in my frustration, I insinuated, to that exact point, that we just want to live on my Instagram earlier today. That I'm tired of every day having to repeat that my life matters, that we are human, that we want justice, that we can't breathe, that I feel like, especially right now with the pandemic, like I can't I can't go outside and just breathe a breath of fresh air, a sigh of relief. There is no sigh of relief. I feel like the sigh for a person of color is a survival mechanism that right now we even don't have the luxury of it being enough. That deep breath, that feeling like everything, though right now feels like complete shit, will be okay, and that we can just move forward. And right now I feel at a dead halt, like there's nothing I can do, like I'm completely lost. And I felt this in so many different areas, for justice for another brother that lost his life senselessly to the violence and racism demonstrated by some people in this world because of the color of our skin, to the fact now that even my siblings, my younger siblings who are 13, 15, 16, are deeply hurt, and nobody's shielded from the pain and the violence and the sheer evil that we're seeing in this world right now.
We just wanna live.
Perfect. Like I when I say I really was crying listening to this, like I meant that. Like I'm like all I want to do is live and feel a sense of freedom, a sense of peace, that when I walk out the door I'll be okay, I'll come back home. I just want to feel like I have that surety, and we don't. All I want to do is just live, and surviving is not living. Looking over your shoulder is not living. Worrying is not living. And pleading for your life because you can't breathe, that's not living.
It's just the fact that he really didn't care was what was really bothering.
No, it looked like he was trying to kill him.
Yeah, he was just like looking at him. He was looking down at him. Then he was looking back up. And then
there was
breathing.
There was no like, maybe I should get off him.
Yeah, he didn't care. He was ready for him to die. And then when he did die,
it looked like he was angrier that he was he was like struggle. Like it looked like he was like enjoying it.
And when he died, he was still on his neck.
He was still on his neck.
All that pressure on his neck.
All his weight on his neck. That man got to weigh at least 170 pounds.
On his airway.
My heart is heavy. My heart hurts. And I don't want to live in a world where I can't just be valued as another human being, valued for the life that I have and the impact that I have on this world. I don't want to live in a world where us as black and brown people, our lives aren't valued because the color of our skin and the preconceived notions that follow all of those delusions and stereotypes about what that means about us as a people, what that means about our culture, what that means about our character. And I'm really saddened for the next generation, because I grew up east side of Detroit, and my mom every day will coach me on what to and what not to do as you walk out of your house, how to situate yourself to be addressed a certain way, how to stay out of trouble. And earlier today, I was looking at Mr. Jason Wilson's post on Instagram about how we preach to young people about how to just do what the cops say. You know, do what you're told, comply, don't resist, hands up, don't shoot. And yet another example of somebody who's unarmed, who's essentially a gentle giant who's following orders and pleading for his life, and his cries are ignored. And it's like, how do you equip anybody with the tools to deal with something that, whether or not you comply, you could still lose your life? The other things that we talked about on the call were about the world that we wanted after the coronavirus, that we should not be trying to return to what it was before, that the coronavirus has only exposed those who are most vulnerable during a pandemic, during a crisis in the world, and how the only way that anybody will not be worse off than before the pandemic, after this pandemic is over, is through the use of equitable resolutions. I'm just concerned for anybody who's struggling academically, financially, that people who before the pandemic already had issues, their issues are only going to be heightened and greater and worse after this thing is over. And I'm worried about that for myself. I'm worried about that for my neighbor. I'm worried about that for people who are the victims of police brutality, people who whose loved ones are in the hospital and they can't visit them, people who are living with elderly people and are worried about their safety as well as their own when it comes to re-entering the world whenever they lift the stay home order. There's just so much uncertainty right now, and I have this kind of gut-wrenching feeling in my stomach. And I just wanted to say that for anybody that's going through a similar circumstance or feeling similar things, feeling angry, feeling scared, feeling hopeless, that though we may not necessarily know right now where we're going to be in the next month, 6 months, year, though it may feel like nobody's hearing you out for what it is that your concerns are, what your worries are, what your cries are out into this world, that I hear you, and that I'm here with you. And we just want peace. And if there's one thing I know for sure, there's only one way that we're going to get that. And that's if we stick together through this. That you reach out to those people that you love. You tell them you love them. That you ask those hard and important questions about what life is going to look like after this, and be taking the steps as though at some point in time we can move into a better world post-corona, post-pandemic. So for whoever needs to hear it, I love you. I'm with you. I hear you. I feel your pain. I feel that pain. Let's move forward with the belief that at some point in time, the sun will come again. Peace.
Hello.
I just wanna live. God protect me.
What's up, sis?
Oh, yeah. I'll be there in a few minutes.
I'm trying to find my double earplugs.
So, as you can tell, I'm pretty pissed off about what happened in Minneapolis.
To George?
To George, yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. Really heartbreaking. And I don't know, that song really, you know what I mean, sits with me, right? Like when I got arrested, the one time that I got arrested, which was, you know what I mean, for nothing. I was so grateful that, you know what I mean, that it wasn't anything worse, that like it was like they didn't treat me bad or whatever, it wasn't rough with me and nothing like that. That I didn't even think about the fact that like I had been arrested for something so stupid, and like you know what I'm saying, like that it almost ruined my life over something so stupid, right? I was just thankful that I got home safe, and I think that that's not like really an America that I wanna live in. So I recorded something That I'm probably gonna like post to YouTube or somewhere just about how I'm feeling, about my thoughts. I just got off the phone call with the Obama Foundation and MBK, and I didn't really say much because I was just kind of in my feels about everything else that was going on. And since you're my sister and I know it's affecting you too because you always post about it, and I thought that what you said today was really mature. I wanted to know if you would sing that song. I wanted to know if you would do that.
Sure.
I know you.
They are young black men doing all they can to stay. Oh, but when I look around and I see what's being done to my kind every day, they're being haunted as prey. My people don't want no trouble. We've had enough struggles. We just wanna live. God protect me. We just wanna live. We just wanna live.